be live. Good evening, everyone. I'm Brian from the WVGamers, and I'm going to be continuing the session of gaming that I started yesterday, where we are testing out the Amazon Luna cloud gaming platform. So, if you didn't tune in yesterday, basically Amazon released a platform that has couple dozen games on there, along with an option to subscribe to the Ubisoft library of games. And it basically works a lot like a lot of the other gaming services. Runs on their servers, and it's just streamed to your PC. And so I've played it, I just basically started it yesterday. So far, it's not doing too bad. The unique thing about this service is this is the Luna controller, and instead of directly connecting to your computer, it is actually connecting to to the cloud service. So you're actually connecting this directly to your Wi-Fi, and the inputs go from your controller to the Wi-Fi straight to their servers. It cuts out any potential issues that your PC may have in terms of interpreting the input. So it seems to be fairly responsive. I haven't noticed any major issues with it, but I've only been playing around with it for a day so far. So this will actually be the first time I've even played anything since the stream last night, around the same time. So we're going to go ahead and continue playing through Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night. Basically basically, if you ever played Castlevania Symphony of the Night, this is basically from the same type of game from the creator of that, and it's continuing. It's creating a unique universe. There's already this game along with two 8-bit games that are in the same universe, though not directly tied to each other story-wise. So go ahead and get started. Probably play for another hour or so just to kind of continue messing around with this. It'll probably take quite a few sessions to play through the entire game. I have beat this on the Switch, so I kind of know what to expect. Mostly just trying to see how well the game controls, looks, basically see what the input lag's going to kind of be. And yeah, we're going to continue doing this. It'll probably go over a number of sessions. So hopefully you're enjoying this. If you are, subscribe or like on whatever platform you happen to be watching this on, since this is multi-streaming to different places. And let's get started. Audio's good. So, something I didn't touch on yesterday. So, in addition to playing the female character, the main character, there is also Zangetsu. He's basically the Belmont of Symphony of the Night. It's sort of like playing Richter. He's basically, you don't really get new stuff with him. He basically is extremely powerful, and really you don't get a whole lot of story with him. But it's fun just to kind of run through the castle and kill everything with just a few hits. So that's kind of the fun. That's the one you want to play if you've already beat the game, you got a lot out of the story, and you just want something new. I think there's a new character that's coming or has been released. I didn't see it on here, so I may be wrong. It may still be coming. So I'm going to get started. It looks like we're about almost 8% of the way done with the map. So let's see how far we get tonight. So yesterday I was talking about the shards that you collect, and there's a rank and a grade. I could not remember what rank how you got rank increases. There's the main character's friend, Johannes, I believe, or I may be saying that wrong. He does alchemy for you, so you actually will go to him and turn in supplies to increase that, and it effectively increases the power of the shard abilities. Turn up my own volume. I'm getting a lot of messages with connectivity issues, which is weird. Yeah, I'm noticing some really bad lag tonight for some reason. So let's jump. Yeah, it's definitely a partial second difference, so may not get a whole lot of playing in tonight if it's going to be like this. I could play with a little bit of lag. I played on the Switch with a tiny bit of lag, but I don't know if I could do this much lag. Actually, let's go over here. Yeah, this is going to be kind of difficult. Wow, that's considerable lag. So this is the one downfall to trying to do any sort of cloud-based gaming service, because timing is everything in these games, and if it's even off by a partial second, it could screw everything up. So I don't know. I've had good luck with it up until now, and my internet should be fine. So we'll see. Maybe it'll straighten out. No, it's still definitely laggy. That's not good. Dang. Yeah, it's like about I don't know, about a half a second off or so. So it's definitely difficult. Kind of just got to predict at this point where it's gonna go based on its tracing. Let's do this journal. And you can always review those attacks, those special attacks in the menu, so you can always find those out, so at least unlocking them will allow you to know what the move is.
Miriam? It can't be.
Alfred?
Why are you here? Johannes, that fool of an apprentice should have stayed out of this.
You have a lot to explain for. After all the terrible things you've done?
All that is in the past. I'll not be defending my actions to you.
Don't I deserve it? You were like a father to me.
Enough, child. I am here for the book. Jeeble has the book.
What are you talking about?
If you don't already know, then let us keep it that way.
Alfred, how are you still alive?
Oh, what were you thinking in coming here?
You can answer my question first.
All that matters is that I am alive. Did you come here for the book?
Book? The Liber Logaeth?
Make no mistake. I won't let anyone touch that tome but me.
Not even you should touch it. Didn't what happened 10 years ago teach you anything?
I don't have time to argue with you. I just hope you are wise enough not to get in my way.
What?
You know full well my power exceeds yours. Take Miriam and leave this place. Otherwise, you will die.
I came here because something didn't feel right. But I didn't expect him.
What's always interesting is these characters who don't have the ability to really fight somehow always find you in the castle after you had to go through all those hordes of monsters. So I don't know, maybe they just got there before the monsters respawned. I don't know.
Johannes, what is the Liber Logaeth?
It's a book the Alchemy Guild once possessed that allows for the summoning of spirits. The guild used it to bring about the calamity 10 years ago. And the Shardbinder's crystal acted as a kind of catalyst.
A book like that shouldn't even exist.
I know. Alfred must be trying to restore the Alchemy Guild to power. But we cannot let him lay hands on the Liber Logaeth.
He said Jeeble had it. You know, I think I might have seen it.
It makes sense, considering the situation we're in. He must have gotten his hands on it after surviving the sacrifice.
So now I have to stop Alfred too.
No, let's focus on Jeeble. If we can get to him and the book before Alfred does, we'll kill two birds with one stone.
Good point. All right.
Dominique might know what to do about Alfred in the meantime. I'll head back to the village and see what she has to say.
let's see. Still a little bit of lag, but it's manageable. It's not like a half a second like it was, so let's see if this goes any better. Can't get over there yet until I get the... that lag came back. Well, I guess the thing I should note is the Luna service is still kind of in invitation-only beta, so hopefully they'll be figuring out whatever these issues are and get them fixed before the actual, wide public release of the platform. Yesterday I didn't have much issues at all, just a very slight noticeable delay, but overall it wasn't too bad. Tonight it's definitely noticeable. Like, I can't even imagine trying to play like a shooter game or something with this lag as bad as it is right now. Let's actually... Oh, nope. Yay, shard. Let's see if any of these have hearts yet. So yeah, if you've never played this game, it is a lot of fun, especially if you're a fan of old classic Castlevania. More, I guess, not classic as much as like the PlayStation 1 era, which I guess now that is kind of classic at this point. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I always enjoyed the open world. I'm probably a little weird because I really enjoyed even Simon's Quest on the Nintendo, and I'm sure at that point a lot of people are tuning out and being like, I can't watch you anymore. But honestly, I thought it was an enjoyable game. I liked the open world aspect of the game. Yes, it was hard to ever keep track of where you were supposed to go because of the very limited information the game gave you. God, slag. But I always enjoyed that open world aspect of it. Yep. Let's see if I can do a potion real quick if I have one. I don't. I'm gonna die. Yep, there it is. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm having a lot of issues with this half a second lag came back, and I don't understand why. If it continues doing it tonight, I'll probably do a short stream tonight and maybe try tomorrow connecting it directly through USB-C on the computer and seeing if that helps. Maybe even trying going via Bluetooth. Like, let's see. Jump. 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 Okay, it seems to be fine when I'm like in a save room, but let's see. Yeah, as soon as I get into a larger room, it just immediately kicks in. And that doesn't make really any sense why it should be that way, because I mean, as long as their servers are up to snuff, it should be playing the game just fine. Jeez. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure why there's this degree of lag, considering it's just literally streaming it, so... that's not promising looking, that's for sure. It's even hard just to stop on a spot like that. That's kind of bad. I'll have to check out other reviewers and see kind of how they're finding it. Like I honestly hadn't looked into any of this, how other people were doing with it before I decided I'd take a shot and order it. Because as I said yesterday, I love controllers, and the only way you can get the controller right now was doing the early access. So I was like, you know what? I like controllers, and yeah, I'll join the early access to give it a try. The platform has a lot of promise. Let's just skip this since we've already been through this. Yes, yes. Yes, books. Okay. So, that was part of my motivation, was so I can actually try the controller out. I will say the controller is pretty solid. I'm still trying to get used to the D-pad on here. The D-pad is kind of stiff, but it's not too bad. I think over time it'll probably be a little bit, I'll get used to it, but I'm just kind of used to the Pro controller for the Switch being very responsive. I have the Xbox One Series X controller. Again, I don't actually have the system. I just bought the controller, and its controller feels pretty good as well. I haven't used it nearly as much, but it seems pretty good. Hopefully the audio is okay. I know yesterday I had the game was very quiet compared to my voice, so hopefully it's a little more leveled today. Watching the little green bars on the audio mixer, and it's maybe still a little quiet. Maybe session 3 I'll get it right. It's also why I'm doing these streams late at night, because I know not as many people are going to be watching, so I can kind of experiment. Part of me just wants to go and kill this thing a few times. So, for the handful of people I actually see watching, have you tried any other cloud services, and what was your thoughts about them? Or have you even tried the Luna service? Didn't mean to do that. Like I said, yesterday I was feeling pretty promise. It had a lot of promise to it. Tonight, a little less so. So we'll see. Come on. I lost my pig shard. Whoops. I will say this is one of those games that, depending on how much of a completionist you are, could drive you nuts trying to go and collect all the shards to get rank 9, grade 9 of everything. I've completed that all except for a few things on my Switch copy of the game, and that's only because you have to literally beat the game 9 times for one of those shards. I'll just leave him. But overall, it's a pretty good game. I know a lot of people early on had some issues with it, but honestly, I played it on the Switch, which was apparently the worst version of the game. And so I did not have a whole lot of issue. Let's see.
Fancy a ride, milady?
Why? Are you offering one?
I could take you someplace most interesting. The rub, of course, is that obstacle standing squarely in our path. See?
I doubt I would be able to push it aside.
A shame you don't have a giant hand. Ah, the wild and crazy things one could do with a giant hand.
This guy makes me a little uncomfortable with the way he says that. I don't want to know what he would do with a giant hand. Makes me even more uncomfortable because he's got like almost like a unicorn type of, you know, I'm not going to go any further with that. Yeah. Yep, stop. I'm really good at platforming usually, but this is definitely... Wow. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I probably will not stream this much longer tonight because this lag is really bad. Guess I could, if I had a USB-C cable in here, switch it over, but I do not have one on hand. And I'd have to stop the stream for the settings and stuff. I'll try tomorrow with a cabled connection and see if that gives us any better results. Oh wow, it's now over a second delay. Ooh. I don't think there was a secret there, no. Now I'm just kind of hoping I can find a save point soon. I think there's one nearby, maybe above. Oh, this room. Just look how ominous that is back there. Having to rely a lot more on shards to help compensate for this bad delay. Come on. I always think the best way to collect shards on here is jump into the air. Makes you feel very much like Mega Man. Don't fall. Just gonna run through them. I don't feel like falling and have to do all that again yet. That'll take you back down to the big hall and you'd have to run the whole thing again. I feel like there's one right past this guy. Come on, get past him. Yeah, oh, teleporter. Good enough. So yeah, yesterday I was talking about these teleporters. There's multiple of these little spots across the castle that allow you to basically fast travel. So this is the first full set that I've been able to collect. So once more basically are unlocked, you'll be able to fast travel among any of them, basically. Luckily, they do it this way, not like in the Symphony of the Night, where you just have to keep teleporting until you find the one that you're trying to go through. That basically goes through a sequence for those. So a lot of the things from the Castlevania Symphony of the Night formula that I really liked, they've kind of improved upon in here. Don't want a cutscene. So this is where you can do the alchemy to make new stuff and to increase the grade of your shards. Let's see if he's actually able to do it yet.
Here she is. You have to marvel at the church's resources. Look at what they've provided for us.
I know, it's incredible.
So, what I can do for you here in the workshop is take materials you bring me and transmute them into new items. But the alchemy is easier to show you than explain. Here, I have some materials we can use. So let's try transmuting them. What are we transmuting this time?
So here you can make equipment. It'll show you the stock of how many you currently have on you. Then it'll show you the ingredients, so then you know what it's going to take and how much it'll leave you with of each of those things. Then on the left side, if it's armor or anything like that, or a weapon, it'll show you the actual impact of the stats. Now, there are different types of weapons in the game that each have like a different attack speed and a way that their animations come across. So you got your heavy great swords, you swing them overhead, slower but very powerful. You've got your knives, typically very weak, short range, but they are very rapid, so you get a lot of hits in with those. Then you've got your swords that are typically your mid-range, they're kind of in between those. But then you'll have like fists, which are very fast, but extremely short range. I remember back in Castlevania Symphony of the Night, I used to use the fists a lot because they were just so rapid. You can get build up a lot of damage. Let's see, so you can get some boots to kick attack with. Well, I guess it's boots in this game and not fists. No, I think there's also fists. I can't remember. But yeah, so there'll be some of these that are very hard to make, and they require 8-bit coin to be able to create them. So you'll see that I only have one 8-bit coin, so I'd only be able to make one of these right now. But I guess these aren't as powerful as I was thinking they were. There are much more powerful ones later, so I typically just wait until later in the game, and then if any of these are interesting and I haven't filled out that part of my collection, I'll come through and just spend the coins on it. But you'll get to a point in the game where you'll get the 8-bit coins, the 16-bit coins, and the 32-bit coins pretty easily. And then you can also, I believe you can make, I think, if I recall correctly, you make the, I don't think they're available yet. You actually make those higher coins. You get the 8 bits, but then you transmute them into the higher currencies. And they're just, the coins are just for more transmutations. But yeah, so I'm not going to do anything here, but that's basically where you'll do weapons. You'll be able to make food here. There's a whole food side quest where you'll be making food for one of the residents of the town whenever you find her. Enhanced shard. This is where you'll be able to increase the rank of the... I think it's the rank. I keep getting those mixed around. It's the rank. You'll be able to increase the rank and the effects of the shard. So like here it'll tell you rank increases the number of projectiles. So this is where you throw the tentacles. With a higher rank, you'll throw more of them. So yeah, so here's where you'll be able to do all this and what it requires to do that. And you can go through them, and there's going to be a lot of shards. So as you get new shards throughout the game, as you collect them, these menus will expand greatly. And yeah, then you can dismantle. So if you have a lot of like a certain type of, like let's say you came across an enemy that just dropped a whole lot of a certain weapon, those weapons may not necessarily be components that you need for crafting additional weapons, but they have components within them that you can break down that then can be used for crafting other stuff. So that's basically how you're going to be using the transmutation.
Once I've transmuted an item, I'll pass it on to Dominique so she can carry it at the supply post for you.
Yeah, and this is another key thing. So while typically transmuting's fairly cheap, later in the game some of the things are going to become very expensive in terms of materials and very hard to find. So in most cases, not every case, you can actually then purchase the items that you make, so then you can just trade in your coins, your money, for those instead. So it's definitely a nice option that they give you there.
I'll do my best to inform you of what items you can make from what materials. But when it comes to items I don't know about, you'll have to find a formula for me and bring it here.
I understand.
Also, the demon crystal you've obtained, the shards, those can be transmuted the same way as items. Each shard requires specific materials, but it's worth it to make your shards more useful. Try it when you get the chance.
I think I will.
Also, neither one of us has been eating well. No wonder, considering the struggle we've been through to survive. If you bring me the ingredients, I can use alchemy to prepare meals for us. With proper nutrition and a varied diet, you have the potential to get much stronger.
Oh yeah, and every time you eat food, you do get a stat bonus. So typically, it's really good if you can make the food. Go ahead and make it. Just kind of keep track of which foods you've already eaten and which bonuses you have already received from them. Because only the first time will you get the bonus. Every following time, you'll just get the effect of that food. Maybe I should start calling whenever I cook alchemy. Guess it kind of is. Alright. So yeah, because of the lag tonight, I'm actually not going to stream that long. Just do like a 20 or 30 minute stream. So yeah, I'm going to try this again tomorrow and see what happens. I'll try a different time. Although I was streaming the same time yesterday, and I had no issues really, very minor. But yeah, so I'm not sure. I'll look up what other people have been encountering and see if it's something that can be resolved locally. I mean, my network's typically pretty good with a 100 plus download and 8 plus upload, so should be sufficient. It's exceeding the requirements because I think it's like 25 down or something. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. So hopefully tomorrow when I try to stream again, we'll have some slightly better results. I might try in the day before streaming. I might just try to see if the lag is there, and if it is, I'll switch over to a wired connection and see if going directly to my computer makes any impact. Maybe I'm having a wireless issue. Maybe it's the controller. I don't know if it's which end it's coming from, so I'm sure there's some ways I can mess around testing that, but it's already 1:30. It's almost 1:30, so I'm just going to call it a night and try again tomorrow. So hopefully, if you guys are interested in this Amazon Luna service, you'll tune in again and drop me a line to let me know that you like or don't like it. And hello, House Silvis. I'm not sure if that's Rebecca. It's probably Rebecca. Unless Steven's working. So yeah, tune in another day, and we'll see if the service works a little bit better for us, or if there's underlying issues with the cloud-based platform, Amazon Luna. Have a great evening.